All right, if you love some beautiful, sexy, spicy, sultry neutrals, if you love a good smooth as silk shadow, if you love sparkle that is the most fine, elegant, dazzling sparkle ever, you're going to want to watch this video. Yes, that is right. Today is DEVINAH Day and we are doing one heck of a swatch party. I have the new Decadent Desires collection right here. We're going to be playing with these. Now, I will say that the brand has sent them over to me. Of course, I'm going to give you all of my honest thoughts. You probably can tell from the intro of that I am very happy with these and I'm excited to share all of these with you. So whether you are here as an indie makeup lover or maybe you haven't tried anything from the brand and seeing these delicious neutrals is drawing you in, I am so excited to share them with you. But if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist. And here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. I do want to say that I will also have the Crowned in Shadows collection, which is launching on the same day. I'll have a video on that either up already or it'll be coming like tomorrow when this video launches. It was just so many beautiful shadows. I wanted to give them all their moment to shine and, you know, do it in a succinct manner. So that one's coming soon. I do also want to say that I have an affiliate code. It is KEEPBEAUTYREAL. If you would like to save, most things you will receive a discount on. There are a couple exclusions on the site. I will just go ahead and say right away, one of the things that is excluded, but that I am so excited for is the new pan puller. So let me tell you, I have a magnet tool that I got on Amazon at one point in time. It's fine, it does the job, but let me tell you, it's almost too powerful because it wasn't designed to pick up delicate eyeshadows. It was designed to like grab nails or screws that fall inside the hood of your car. I don't even know. I don't even know, but this is like the perfect size. It's the perfect like magnet strength so that you can pick up a pan. We'll do one right now here so that you can pick up a pan and like not like kill your shadows. I've had that happen because like they will like vacuum like from across the room, you know, like, and then it shatters and then I'm very sad. So very excited to have this on hand. This baby is $12 and well worth it. So thank you so much for sending that one over. All right, we're gonna get into these shadows. We have 7 beautiful sparkly shades. I'll give you a peek right here. Now the nuances of these are definitely there. They're absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna dive into all the details. I have to say that the moment that I opened up this package and I saw these, I was like, this is exactly what I had been hoping for. So if you know, you know. If you have the shade Moonlit from the brand, it is this beautiful, ethereal, metallic, sparkly, smooth shade. Now the brand launched the Moonscapes collection, sort of saying that it was like inspired by that shade. However, the texture of those is so different. The Moonscapes, while beautiful, are more of that flaky texture that you have to work with a bit more to lay down on the lid. That is not always my jam. It really isn't, and I was honest about that in the video, and I've been honest about that because I always will be with all of you. So I was like, please, 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 I hope that this is what my smooth, sparkle, loving heart has been dreaming of. So you get to see if that's the case in this video. I will also be doing comparison swatches of these shades. Let me tell you, I wish I had done that before I just wiped them all off. In case you want to see the difference, maybe you have the Moonscapes and you want to kind of like know the difference in the vibe. So we will do that as well. We got lots of content. We got lots of content in here, which is why I wanted to split this video up into 2. Speaking of 2, we're going to see 2 looks as well, including the one that is on my Fiji right now. So without further ado, let's dive in. We got a lot to go over. I will say that these shadows launch on Friday, March 21st, and the bundle of shades is $56, and the singles will be available for $8 each in case you want to like pick and piece your favorite little goodies. All right, let's get into it. So let's go ahead and swatch these side by side just to be able to compare them. As you'll see in the look that I did, I'm not sure where I'm putting this little segment, but as you'll see, I was kind of like, oh, what's the difference between these two when I just did like a little finger swatch? So I want to see it like loud and proud on the arm. So let's go ahead and dive into these and I'll give you the descriptors of these shades from the brand. Okay, so I'm not going to do all of these like live. I really want this video to be somewhat succinct. But I did just want to show you like as I'm going through so that you can see I'm not like crazy packing these on. I usually do one swipe and then another to kind of smooth it down. Now, one thing that I'm noticing is the more that you move back and forth, to me, the more you're going to see more of that sparkle come out and you will lose a little bit of the molten, like more, just metallicness. So not in a bad way, but like it's almost like those glitter lipsticks where you would like put it on and then you go like this and more glitter would come out. I feel like these shadows are doing that as well. So I have a feeling that the more you manipulate these on the eyes, the more of that sparkle you're going to see, which, you know, is just maybe hopefully a good thing to know. But that could totally be me just imagining things. So let me know from there. So you can see here how I feel like it's got more of that like molten look. And then if I rub this, okay, I feel like I see more sparkle there. Maybe I'm making things up. All right, so as we get into these, you'll see that there's an extra swatch at the end, and I'll tell you why as we get down to that, but I'm going to give you these and we can talk about them in comparison and what the brand sort of says. So I'm just gonna make sure that we're not too light here. Sorry about the background noise, but we just got to keep going. So the first one is Crimson Mocha, a deep reddish brown shimmer, like dark chocolate spiced with a hint of cherry. The next one is Seduction's Kiss, a deep bronze brown with metallic reflections, capturing warmth and fire in an irresistible kiss. Our next shade is Blood and Cocoa, which Deandra said is her favorite. So this one is a red-infused chocolate shimmer evoking dark cherries dipped in bittersweet cocoa. Then following that, we have Velvet Sin, a soft mocha shimmer that drapes over the skin like silk and temptation. Then we have Sugared Spice, warm golden sparks with rich metallic depth, embodying the slow melt of chocolate against warm skin. Then we have Bitter Lust, a rich golden chocolate with a touch of red embodying the perfect balance of sweet and bitter. Then we have Sinful Lace, a plush neutral toned mocha kissed with a soft sheen as silky and elusive as stolen touches in the dark. Ooh, Deandra's getting scandalous in her description. So then our last shade here is Moonlit. Now I was saying that these are really what I was thinking that the Moonscapes collection was going to be, because Moonlit has this beautiful metallic. It also has that sort of like micro shimmer, but it's not flaky, whereas the Moonscapes are a flakier texture. So I definitely see these. Their Moonlit isn't quite as like pow as these ones are, but it's smooth just like these ones are. So let's go ahead and zoom in and we can kind of like compare these. All right, here we have Crimson Mocha, Seduction Kiss, Blood and Cocoa, Velvet Sin. This is Sugared Spice, Bitter Lust, and Sinful Lace. And then here is Moonlit. Now, I would definitely say that Crimson Mocha is going to be the warmest. It really does have that like almost like a red orange or a red brown undertone. I mean, they do, you know, in the pan, there are some similarities, but once you get them on the skin, it really kind of depends the undertone that you want to see. I definitely see a bit more of that like warm brown coming out of Seduction's Kiss, but not quite as much of that like red orange brown. It's definitely more of like a neutral brown underneath. Almost, it's not a cool tone brown, but it almost looks cool tone because of the silver reflect over the top. Then Blood and Cocoa, I would say that this one has more of like a pinky brown base. What does the brand say? A red infused chocolate shimmer. It's definitely in that like pinkier red though. It's not a warm red. So then the next one is Velvet Sin. This is listed as a soft mocha shimmer. I definitely think that that's really true. So compared to like the brownie bronze in Seduction's Kiss, Velvet Sin is more of that like true brown, you know, it's like more of a neutral brown in my opinion. So then Sugared Spice. Now I think these are the two that I felt like were sort of similar, Sugared Spice and Bitter Lust. So Sugared Spice, I see more of a golden hue. What does the brand say? Sugared Spice. Oh yeah, warm golden sparks. And then Bitter Lust, they say, is a golden chocolate. So yeah, this one is a bit deeper in base, I would say. And it just has a little bit more richness to it. Like this has a warmer, lighter gold to it, and this one is a bit deeper and has, you know, almost like, yeah, like that toasted hazelnut kind of feel. Now, this last one, Sinful Lace, this to me, it almost has a bit of like an olive to it. It's a bit more of that like just ever so slightly green leaning silvery tone. what do they say? They are saying Sinful Lace is a plush neutral toned mocha. I think neutral as in like not really warm, but it does lean a little bit into like a cooler olive to me. You'll have to let me know what you think. Moonlit, I would say, is more of like a neutral, sort of like neutral gray. Like it's like that pewter meets like a neutral, I don't know, it's fantastic. It's not quite as shimmery. These ones definitely have a bit more babam to them, I would say. Oh my gosh, they did such a great job with these. Holy smokes. Like I just want to like take pictures and video of these all day, like at every angle. They look gorgeous. Okay, so I am in the middle of swatching comparisons, and I just did my first set of comparisons, and I'm realizing that I just want to show you at least one live swatch of this collection versus the Moonscapes so that you can see how they swatch live. Now, I will say, if you are someone where you put your shadows on with your finger, either of these is going to work fine for you. I am team no fingers. I just, the text, like the feeling of doing that is just weird, and I'm a Virgo and I need all the control, and you just don't get as much control with your fingers. Although I know Millie is a Virgo too, and she is great at using her fingers. So I don't know. I listen, there is no point in comparing yourself to Millie. Obviously bad to the brow. There's no point because you will just feel very sad. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back into this. So I just want to show you a live swatch of some of these comparisons. Okay, so I'm going to take, let's go ahead and take Velvet Sin. So this is a very, very smooth shade on the finger. You can see there, like no flakiness whatsoever. I'm going to lay it down here. All right, so now compared to that, I am going to take, let's take Fire Hunt. So I'm going to pull up some of this. Okay, there, we got a good example right there. As soon as I focus, can you see the like flakier texture? And I got a big flake right there. So let's go ahead and swatch this. So right away you can see that there's a bit of flakiness right there. Now you can absolutely just go over that again and smooth that out. So again, if you're using your fingers, it's not a problem. That being said though, I do feel like it still looks more textured on the eye. That isn't like a super comparable color, but we're going with it anyway. I can see, I mean, unless I'm really going to like take the time to really smooth, it's still always going to be flakier. Even if you use a damp brush, if you use a silicone like spatula thing, it's still just going to be a little bit flakier. So just wanted to say that. Hopefully you can see that in the texture. All right, y'all. I know I just showed you some like live swatches. I totally got lost in the sauce once I got these all swatched. So I had to wipe everything back off, and now we're gonna go back through these comparisons. My goodness. So we have Sinful Lace, Moonbeam, and Earthshine. So Sinful Lace is from Decadent Desires. These two are the Moonscapes. Here we have the shade Blood and Cocoa, and then I used the Moonscapes Pink Flare, which is this one here. I will say, I think my fingers were a bit damp when I did these because they ended up being quite a bit smoother. It's just from wiping them off. And then this one here, I went back into Seduction's Kiss just to be able to show kind of like the pinky-ish options. Now, this one here is the Gold Sugared Spice. And then underneath that, we have Air Glow from the Moonscapes. And then these last two, not necessarily like exact, but definitely fairly close. We have Velvet Sin and Fire Hunt. So hopefully that's helpful. I think this really shows how some of that Moonscapes texture can be, especially if you just don't work with it a ton. All right, I put very little effort into my makeup today, to be honest, because I know that I am going to end up having glitter all over me. After I film this look, I'm going to be doing eye swatches of the other collection, of the Crowned in Shadows collection, and I am very excited for that. So make sure that you're subscribed. If that video is already up, I'm not sure which one of these I'm putting up first, but if that video is already up, I will have it linked down in the description. Otherwise, just subscribe and you'll see it come across your feed. Okay, I honestly cannot decide Ooh, I mean, I wish I could put all of these on my eyes right now. I'm not doing eye swatches of all these just because I feel like these just look holy smoke metallic, but because there isn't a lot of shift to them, I think that they will pretty much look like they do. I'm hoping, because they're freaking amazing. At least on my fingertips. So with that being said, I want to try to get 2 of these on the eye for each of these looks so that you'll at least get to see 4 on the eyes, because I am going to do another look tomorrow. I mean, I might just do looks with these all week long. I'm so excited for these. I honestly cannot explain to you how excited I am for these. Okay, so I think for today, I am right away, I was like, okay, Jet's super excited about these too, but right away, Crimson Mocha was one that I just really wanted to pop on the eyes. I think that this might also be the darkest, but it is also the warmest. So let's pair that with one of the others. So let's go ahead and lay down a couple mattes to just give this look some shape. I'm not doing anything special, y'all. Like I am probably gonna wipe this off and do those other eye swatches right after this. But this is a great moment to just remind all of you how amazing DEVINAH's mattes are. So we're gonna go in with a couple of these. I'm gonna start out with the DEVINAH. This is this beautiful, I would say like, you know, it's definitely an orange-based brown, or like a browned out orange, however you wanna say it. So let's start with that. Oof, I am in major need of a brush cleaning, and I think that I said that. I think that I said that before. Oof, I am in need of a major brush cleaning, but I keep not doing it. So I am like, which brushes can I pull out? So many of them are sitting over there, either in a brush cup or, I'm not gonna lie, on the floor. All right, so I don't have any like eye primer or anything on. Again, I'm about to just like wipe all this off after we're done, but you could certainly go through with a base like the Prelusion base. Oh, I just love these warm toasty shades. I tell you what, you know, I know we think of a brand like DEVINAH, we think about them as like super like grungy, funky shades, but they really have some beautiful, like sexy, special, spicy neutrals and so many amazing mattes. So I dip into these a lot. I just love them so much. I'm not gonna go on and on because you all probably know that if you have watched any of my DEVINAH videos. But if you haven't, I'm just gonna tell you right now. So if you do decide to pick any of these up and you haven't tried any mattes from this brand, do yourself a favor and at least pick up one. At least pick up one that looks like a color that you would really enjoy. And by the way, if you do want some inspo, I did recently do a full swatch party of my matte and shimmer collections. So I will just have my DEVINAH playlist linked down below for you. All right, using that same brush, I just wiped it off on a microfiber towel. I'm going to go into Zarina. Sadly, my Zarina, I don't know if you can see, but like most of it like popped right out. I don't know what happened. One day I just opened it. The makeup fairies must have come along and thought I needed punishing or something. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I just opened up my palette and boom, it was ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I'm also gonna take Zarina on the lower lash line just for a little bit of definition. Taking that Crimson Mocha. Now, most assuredly, if I was doing this in my like everyday life, I would totally do my eye makeup first and then do my complexion just so I didn't have to risk fallout, but this is a good way to test it. Okay, so just taking that with a damp brush. Oh, this is pretty. Yeah, these look, I mean, look at that. Can you see that? It looks wet. It looks wet. And these don't have a super slippy, silicone-y, silky feel. You know, they feel smooth, but they don't have that weird squishy thing. Those types of shades crease on me like immediately. Speaking of creasing, what I will do is tomorrow I will wear a look using these shades, probably the one that you'll see me do next. I will wear a look and then I will update you how it wore throughout the day so that you can kind of know if these do end up creasing on me, if we seem to have, you know, similar preferences in our formulas. Oh my gosh, these are just so metallic. Holy smokes. It's this combination of like a true, beautiful, smooth, metallic base and all of this like ba-bam, tiny, teensy little shimmer that it's like, it just creates the most beautiful, reflective look. Now I am getting a little bit of that little like micro spark falling out, which I would absolutely anticipate having happen. Like I said, I probably wouldn't use these after I've put on my complexion. Okay, so now I'm going to take Sugared Spice. Now I have to be honest, I have not done like swatching these out yet, just the finger swatches. But here I have Bitter Lust on my middle finger and Sugared Spice on my pointer finger. And I just feel like these are very close. I don't know, in my viewfinder, this one looks like slightly lighter and a bit less warm. But even here, just looking in my mirror, it is a little bit more cool toned. Like it's not super cool toned, but it's less warm toned than the other. You know what? We're gonna do that just because I think it's gonna be a little bit more contrast. Why not? Okay. I think either would totally have worked, but we're just gonna go with the most contrast possible. So I'm gonna take that same brush and just flip it over. Oh yeah, this has almost more of like, I would say like a neutral silver look on the eye. So this one, I'm gonna be so curious. I know I've probably already said in the intro, I haven't filmed that yet, but I know I've probably already said that these are like what I was hoping that the Moonscapes collection would be. And so I'm going to have to like do some comparisons. And then where those two meet, I'm just going to tap over the top with whatever is left on my brush from the other side, which is exactly why I would do my eye makeup first, because I feel like anytime you like tap and go back and forth, you're going to get a bit more kick up than you do if you just like pat. But here I need a little bit of blending. So, all right, doing the other eye. These are so pretty. Definitely I'm gonna need a little bit of blend. These have a really metallic base, so I don't think that I would ever use these on the inner corner because when they are not in the light, they're going to look very dark. Can you see that over here? Now that that outer shade isn't in the light, it looks really dark. And so it's going to make your inner corner look very dark. So that's one thing about like a super metallic formula like this. I just realized I could zoom you in just a little more. Oh, so pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna take that brush that I used and just soften out this edge. Okay, this side got a little low, but we're just gonna go with it. That always happens. I think it's just like the angle of my hand. I usually end up like cleaning that up before I put on anything else. So pretty. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put on some mascara. Okay, is this not like the prettiest, shimmeriest vibe ever? I'm going to have to try to like get some natural light here so that you can see just how much beautiful like molten texture we have. I also have a ton of glitter freckles. I am not going to lie. Absolutely do. Like this is 100% something that you're going to want to put on before you put on your makeup. That's okay. I mean like your other makeup. I know that I've said that a lot now, but if you aren't someone who puts on your eye makeup before anything else, you're going to want to do it for these. There's just so much sparkle. It just wants to party. Okay, so now we're gonna go into my second look. I'm having so much fun with these. I hope you have had fun along the ride. All right, so hopefully getting to see all the swatches, all the sparkle, the looks, all the things has helped you decide if you want to pick this whole collection up, if you want to just get a few shades. Now again, the bundle of these shadows is $56 or the singles are $8 a piece, and they are code eligible. So again, you can use my code KEEPBEAUTYREAL, and I thank you very much if you do so because it is an affiliated code, but of course I'm keeping it real with all of you. I will say, speaking of keeping it real, every shade in here is absolutely stunning. There are a couple shades that are close-ish. You know, like when you really deep dive, you can see the differences, but let's say you want a little flavor of everything. I could think you could pick out, you know, 4 or 5 of these. I think unless you are like a true, you wear neutrals all the time and you just want all of those nuances, I think you'd really have to be into that to get use out of all of these. They're also beautiful, but some of the nuances are slight. So unless there is like a significant bundle discount, which it doesn't look like there's going to be. Now, that being said, I am a big neutrals lover. I really am. And I think every single one of these shades is stunning. So if you are like, yes, gotta have them all. And you know, for $8 at full price, these are an excellent deal. The quality is absolutely there. So I want to thank the brand for sending them over to me. I do also want to say I've really been enjoying this pan puller. Like, it gives me much more control than my Big Daddy that I got on Amazon. I'm hoping that this helps me not bust shadows. I'm hoping that that helps me. Now, if you have enjoyed this little look into this collection, I hope that you will consider subscribing if you're not. And if the video on the Crowned in Shadows collection is already up, again, that will be linked down below, but otherwise make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out, because I'm sure that these are, you know, like one day apart. We'll see. There was just so many shadows. I wanted to be able to give you guys some deets without it being like an hour-and-a-half long video. All right, lovelies, this has been so much fun. You know I love DEVINAH Day. You know that I love some sparkle. I have to say I am glad that like today is the everything shower day, because I am gonna need to like wash the sparks out of my hair. Like it's everywhere. It is everywhere, but it's been a lot of fun, and I want to thank you for coming along for the ride, and I will see you really soon.